Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 So in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna describes about how he appears in every yuga and his purpose in coming, of course, paritranaya sadhunam vinaschaya chatustikam dharma samstharpanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So the Lord comes to kill the demons, but he also comes to give pleasure to his devotees. That is primary reason appearing in the world, for the pleasure of his devotees. There's always transcendental reciprocation between the Lord and his devotees. Just like here, Lord Narasimhadev is situated on the banks of this Krishna river. And sometimes there will be the flood, and the river will come in and inundate here and wash the feet of the deity. So actually giving bath or like abhishek for Lord Narasimhadev, for the pleasure of the Lord. The devotees want to serve the Lord, and the Lord, of course, he likes to serve his devotees. And we see how Lord Narasimhadev reciprocated with Prahlad. When Prahlad was threatened by his father, so many attempts were made to kill Prahlad, but Prahlad survived. And Prahlad was not praying to the Lord to survive. Prahlad never prayed to, oh Lord, help me. Prahlad just simply remembered the Lord. But that was something he did all the time. Whether there was danger or no danger, it was natural for Prahlad to remember the Lord. He was always fixed in thoughts of the Lord, that Supreme Lord. Because when Prahlad was in the womb, he'd heard about the Lord from Narada Muni. Because at that time, the wife of Hiranyakashipu, Kayadu, she was taken by the demigods. They wanted to kill the child when it was born. But Narada Muni appeared and told them, no, you cannot do that. He said, even you won't be able to do that, because Narada Muni, being a great devotee, he knew everything, he knew the future, and he told them that this child will be a great devotee. You won't be able to harm him. So Narada Muni took the lady to his ashram, and there he was reciting the Shastra to her. And although she was not paying much attention, the child in the womb was hearing very nicely, very carefully. The child was hearing. And therefore, after he took birth, he was naturally devoted to the Lord. So, the devotees, they like to remember the Lord. And the Lord, he likes to remember the devotee. The Lord is in the heart of the devotee, and the devotees are in the heart of the Lord. So Lord Narasimhadev, he came and fulfilled Prahlad's words. Hiranyakashipu asked, is he in this pillar? And Prahlad said, yes, Father, he's there. Because Prahlad was a topmost devotee, so he saw the Lord everywhere, in everything. So when his father asked him, is this God of yours in here, in this pillar? He said, yes, he's there. And Lord Narasimhadev then appeared from the pillar and had a great fight and killed Hiranyakashipu. And then Lord Narasimhadev was his anger was aroused. Because he'd seen all the atrocities which Hiranyakashipu had done against Prahlad. And he was very upset. And so when he appeared, he was in an angry mood. And then fighting with Hiranyakashipu, he became more angry. You know, sometimes you get angry, it's difficult to give up the anger, right? Ladies would know about this more, right? So, when the lady gets angry, it's difficult for her to calm down, you know. Sometimes it will be a few days before they will become again peaceful. So, Lord Narasimhadev was very angry, and they had never seen him like this before. And they brought all the different demigods, and even they brought Lakshmi, his own consort. But she also said, oh, I've never seen him like this before, and I can't do anything to change him. But then they thought of Prahlad. And when they brought Prahlad in front of Lord Narasimhadev, then Lord Narasimhadev, then his mind was changed. And he saw Prahlad bowing before him, offering obeisances. So Lord Narasimhadev picked up Prahlad and brought Prahlad onto his lap. So it said at that time, Lord Narasimhadev awakened some Vatsalya ras, right? Just like when you have the child, then naturally you will have affection for the child. So Lord Narasimhadev, he put the child on his lap here and sat, and Prahlad is offering his prayers. Lord Narasimhadev is appreciating, oh, this Vatsalya rasa, this is so nice, to have my own son. You see, Lord Narasimhadev was appreciating this. And so later on, he came as Lord Rama, Lord Krishna, and he could experience more that Vatsalya ras, that mood of being the father. So Lord Narasimhadev, he is a person, and he enjoys loving reciprocation with his devotees. Just like we've been visiting these different temples of Lord Narasimhadev, and we're hearing how different demigods all come to worship him. We heard Lord Shiva would come some places, and we heard Agastya Muni, how he brought the deity of Lord Narasimhadev. And there's a place here also where the demigods would all come to worship Lord Narasimhadev. They will come and worship him, and generally when the sages will worship the Lord, they will worship in the mood of awe and reverence, with great veneration. So that is, of course, one type of devotion, but it is not as pleasing as the mood of those devotees who are who are not so much filled with this awe and veneration, but who simply think of the Lord through one of the rasas. They simply think of him in some relationship. Just like in Vrindavan, you have Lord Krishna, how he has loving relationships with the cowherd boys and with the gopis, the elderly gopis who are like his mother, and the gopas, the elderly gopas, his father, and then there's the younger gopis who are in conjugal love with Krishna. And they all love Krishna. not because they think of him as God, but they simply think of him as the most perfect child, as a lovely cowherd boy. And the gopis, the elderly gopis all thought, oh, I would like to have a son like Krishna. And the gopis, the young gopis, they would think, oh, I would like to have Krishna for my husband, for my lover. And the cowherd boys, they simply think of Krishna as their dearmost friend. So different rasas are there. And we see these rasas there with the Lord in his different incarnations. In Ramayana also, you can see a lot of rasa there. How Lakshman has rasa with the Lord, and Hanuman, of course, he has very deep rasa with the Lord. And then, of course, his wife Sita, she's also having rasa, conjugal love with the Lord. So our Shastras are full of this rasa. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would discuss this with his devotees like Ramananda Rai, and he taught also Rupa Goswami about this. And Rupa Goswami, under the direction of Lord Chaitanya, he wrote Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, describing all the different mellows of ras, all the different loving relationships which we can have with the Lord. So it's important for us when we come to see Lord Narasimhadev also to cultivate a relationship with him, to think of him according to our particular mood. We don't just only think of him as our protector, but we can think of him in loving ways also. Right? Prabhupada would explain about the lion, how the lion is very ferocious to common people. But the cubs, to the cubs of the lion, the cubs, they simply think this is our mother or father. They don't feel any fear for their mother or father. And so the same way, when we come to see Lord Narasimhadev, we can also think of the Lord in some particular mood according to the devotion which we are developing. We want to worship Lord Narasimhadev, and we like to think of him in some loving way. Just like Prahlad Maharaj, he's just simply remembering the Lord. And in his prayer, which he offered there in Srimad Bhagavatam, the verse which we're always reciting, which Ashokatma Prabhu has been teaching us again and again. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya Namastejas Tejase Avir Avir Brahma Braja Naka Braja Damstra Karma Shraya Randaya Randaya Samo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha Abhayam Abhayam Atmani Bhuvistam Om Shrom. All right, this from the 5th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, the residents of Harivarsha. It's in the chapter, the residents of Jambudweep offer prayers to the Lord in the 5th canto. And it's said in Harivarsha, Prahlad Maharaj resides there, and all the people there all worship Lord Narasimhadev. And how do they pray to Lord Narasimhadev? They teach us how we should pray. That, O my Lord Narasimhadev, who possesses nails and teeth like thunderbolts, kindly vanquish our demonic-like desires for fruitive activities. Right? So, desire for fruitive activities, Prahlad said this is demoniac. This is a demoniac desire. If we want to enjoy some fruit from our activities, this is asuric sampad. This is not the mood which we want to have. Rupa Goswami has also said, Anya bilasita sunyam jnana karma janavritam anu kuyena krishnanu shilanam bhaktir uttamam. That we should worship the Lord without desire for fruitive benefit or without any philosophical speculation. We should simply worship the Lord constantly without any conditions. So this is the mood of Prahlad Maharaj when he worships Lord Narasimhadev like that. He said, please appear in our hearts and drive away our ignorance so that we might become fearless in our struggle for existence in this material world. So Prahlad Maharaj said he's also struggling for existence in the material world. We are struggling, we all struggle for existence, and we're always fearful of so many different things. We're fearful of death, we're fearful of old age and disease, so many things we're fearful of. But Prahlad Maharaj knows this is not good. If the Lord is in our heart, we have nothing to fear. We just take shelter of the Lord. And we know, just like if you have some very powerful personality there with you, then you're not afraid of anyone or anything, right? Because you know this powerful, great personality is there. So if we remember Lord Narasimhadev and keep Lord Narasimhadev in our heart, then we have nothing to fear in this material world. And so we want to follow this mood of Prahlad Maharaj. Just simply remember the Lord, how He's very powerful and how so many demons are afraid of Him. He can fight with the greatest demon like Hiranyakashipu, who had conquered everywhere. And even the devas were serving Him and worshipping Him. But Lord Narasimhadev ripped him to shreds in a few seconds. So Lord Narasimhadev is so powerful. He has that power. He can overcome all the obstacles. Right? Lord Narasimha, we say, Vigna Vinasha Narasimha Bhagavan. He destroys the obstacles on the path of devotion. Some people, often Hindu people, they worship Ganesh to destroy the obstacles. But Lord Ganesh, he gets his power from Lord Narasimhadev. It's Lord Narasimhadev who's actually destroying all the obstacles. So we give more importance. You can see here how so many temples of Lord Narasimhadev are here. On the Krishna river, there are 5 Narasimha temples situated. And people often come and they'll visit all 5 temples of Lord Narasimhadev, try to see the Lord. We're just visiting 2 of them today, time alone. But if you have another opportunity, those of you who are more here, then you can come more and visit the other temples and see the Lord in the different temples. So this is Krishna consciousness, coming to see the Lord, taking pleasure in visiting the temples, offering our obeisances, and developing our relationship with Lord Narasimhadev. By coming and seeing the Lord and remembering Him more and more. And the more we remember the Lord, the less we will fear birth and death. Okay, Hare Krishna. Here is...
What are the other other three temples? What are the other three temples?
I'll tell you. Other three temples. So we're coming tomorrow. Oh, today too, tomorrow.
Only one is missing, the diamond Narasimha. Only one, the clear one is missing. Bolo Narasimhadev Bhagwan ki, His Holiness Bhakti Vigna Vinasha Narasimha Maharaj ki. As Maharaj said, there are 5 Narasimha temples in the on the banks of river Kaveri. Yeah? Please don't sleep. Hare Krishna. I'm sorry, my point is to ensure that the point gets into their mind, and over a period of time it gets into your hearts.